This is Trucks and Tractor Power, featuring the all-stars of TNT's All-American Pulling Series. Welcome to Trucks and Tractor Power on the Nashville Network. Today we come to you from Owensboro, Kentucky. Hi everybody, I'm Gary Lee alongside Army Armstrong. We're in Army's hometown for a double header of tractor pulling competition.
And oh, what a double header we have. We go to opposite end of the spectrums. Both classes we're going to be looking at today, Gary, are called tractor classes. But the one behind us, like you find on the showroom floor, is stock appearing. But these guys take and add one turbocharger to this tractor. They put it in a 10,000-pound weight category. That one turbocharger doubles the horsepower. That'll be one of the classes. Then we go to the other end of the spectrum. It's a weight class, 7,200 pounds. How many engines can you hang on it to turn 160-mile-an-hour wheel speed? That's what we're going to find out tonight.
Tractor pulling, the Daviess County Fairgrounds in Owensboro, Kentucky, coming up next. A county fair atmosphere here in Owensboro, Kentucky at the Lions Club Fairgrounds, and everyone gets in the competitive act here at the arcade. But on a more serious tone, 7,200-pound modified tractors, and we're looking at 300 feet of Kentucky clay. It's a 7,200-pound multiple engine tractors, good track conditions. The sled weighed about 55,000 pounds.
Gary, the 55,000 pound is about the equivalent weight of an average 3-bedroom home. Speaking of average weight and who's coming to the line, the man that drew the #1 spot that'll be the test puller is a hybrid engine combination out of Wisconsin, Dave Walsh, in the Irish Challenger. He's a test puller, and believe me, everybody's going to be watching the front of his tractor.
4 Arius engines costing between $35,000 and $45,000, and look at the front end jump, Army.
Okay, I mentioned just a moment ago, you watch the front end of the tractor, the test puller. That's an indication that the track is holding a whole lot of bite. Now, Walsh lays down a good run. The word we're getting, he's about 13.5 feet. Yeah, 13.5 feet shy of a full pull. But we're also getting the word that he might turn that pull down. That's an indication he thinks the track may get better.
Well, he has the option once again as the test puller to not accept his hook, fall back in the pulling line, and come back a bit later in the competition. That's exactly what he has decided to do.
Boy, the replay shows you the awesome wheel speed of these monster tractors. 160-mile-an-hour wheel speed in the bluegrass clay.
Well, there is a good look at Dave Walsh.
Now, he picks up the option.
Decided not to accept it.
That's kind of surprising. That tells me he thinks the track could get better. Now, if somebody can read this track, it'll be Fred Freeman out of Wadesville, Indiana.
This is the mean mistreater. He's using Chevrolet horsepower. He has 4 Chevy 454 cubic inch engines, about 4,000 horsepower, and he's going to use it all right here.
His right hand's his trademark. He comes out, pulls the trigger on the awesome Chevrolet. The front end lifts a little bit.
Slides off to the left side of the lane.
Good ground speed. He's going to be close. Oh,
not quite.
No cigar.
A whisker away from a full pull, 298.36.
So Walsh may have made the good move. He turned down a pull that was 13 feet shy. The replay comes up on Freeman. You notice his right hand rolls about 10 feet and punches the throttle.
That brings up 4,000 horsepower from those 4 Chevrolet engines. His front end not as high in the air as was the Dave Walsh machine earlier. Obviously a good run, almost a full pull. Here's Army.
Well, it's official. You're the guy on top that everybody's going to be coming after. Is it a typical Owensboro horsepower track?
Yes, Army, it really is. It takes a lot of front end weight. We made an adjustment down there on the other end, and I wish I'd moved my other weight forward, but it's going to be a pretty good pass, but I think there'll be some people beat it due to the higher horsepower tractors, but the guys with the 5 engines that don't have any front end weight tonight, they could be in big trouble.
All right, the key is to add that front end weight because this will be a horsepower track here in Owensboro. Here is the Virginia farmer, John Carlton, 4 Chevy engines on an Engler chassis.
Now, Carlton relies again on the same type of engine combination that Fred Freeman did. In Freddie's interview, he mentioned the high horsepower engines. Well, you might think horsepower is horsepower, but that's not always the case. We'll explain a little bit later. These guys are relying on the cast iron block Chevrolets to make their horsepower, and it seems to be working great here in the Bluegrass State. Look at this run.
He's keeping his front end down, but not quite far enough. 288. That will put him in 2nd position.
It puts him 10 feet behind Freeman, and he runs exactly the same engine combination. So the only difference between these tractors, Gary, was where the weight was located on the very front. He may have had too much weight on the nose.
Once again, 4 Chevrolet engines on an Engler chassis. The Virginia farmer, John Carlton. Here is the replay again. He falls short of that run turned in by fast Freddie Freeman. The next puller is Mike Piper in the Just Add Dirt tractor with the hybrid Arius engines. 4 of them, count them. His wife Barb is his crew chief. He's a grain farmer from Illinois.
A moment ago, Fred Freeman made reference to different types of horsepower. This is the first opportunity we have to see the high-dollar horsepower. These engines were designed specifically for racing. The front end comes up a little bit on him, Gary, but he lays down a good shot and drifts to the left side of the track.
Very close to that full pull, but I think Freeman still has the distance to beat. Yes, 292, 292.7 for Mike Piper. Let's take a look again at the tire speed. The horsepower being developed by 4 557 cubic inch Arius engines.
You can tell when the horsepower sticks to the track. That's when the front end came up. It settles back down, but while it's up in the air, it drifts.
Well, Army, we'll let you run over there and have a word with Mike Piper, who fell just short of overhauling our best run turned in by Freddie Freeman.
Like a 290 and change is the word we're getting. Put you in second place with this kind of competition. It's not that bad, is it?
Well, it wasn't a good run. It lifted awful hard on me out there on the track. Track had more bite in it than what I really anticipated. I had to get on the brake a couple times, killed some of the power. Good class out here right now. Track's working good.